goes off again after the show. This is good. This is good. On air, it says. All right, let's see who's there. Oh. Did I prepare everything? See, this is like 2 months ago. I have to. How does this thing work again?
Yeah.
Okay, this looks familiar.
Hello.
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Sorry about your papa.
Yeah, that's okay.
Oh,
It was end of April, so
yeah.
things are heading back to normality, more peace.
Was it
Yeah.
rough at the end?
Not too bad.
Okay.
He was well taken care of, so
Good. It can be.
I was
It
okay.
can be. We don't
I
give
mean-
up the ghost easily.
86 years,
Oh,
good
good.
long life.
Yeah, that's good.
That's a long.
So it's all good the way it went. Could have been much worse.
Still hard.
Hey, of course it is.
Yeah. I understand. I'm waiting. Both my parents are 93. Both of them are pretty much senile. My dad's in a wheelchair, but both of them have, it's funny, their brains are gone, but their bodies are going great.
Ah,
So that's actually not good. I hope not.
Yeah.
I can feel my brain going already, so I don't know. I think I'm in
Yeah.
the same boat.
I can say the same of mine. Okay, so
I may end up being in the same exact boat, not too.
oh, sooner or later,
Yeah,
There-
for all of us.
there's no
Comes
escaping
for us
that
all.
just yet.
Let me add my screen.
Your screen, and we are going to do more fishbowl
More
reviews today.
fishbowl. More
because
fishbowl.
I found a picture of some
fish.
person that doesn't submit a lot usually, and then I submitted one too.
Oh, good. Nice.
So this is the first. This is the first we both
We both submitted. Nice. Well,
in
you don't
it.
ever have to pick anything I submit, as you know.
I would, yes, of course. I don't have to. I'm gonna make this
Don't
outside,
feel like
outside the
you
competition.
Ever,
I'll rip
well,
it
I'm
to
glad
shreds,
you,
okay?
To know
How about
that you don't
that?
look at names and you just look at photos first, so that's good.
How about I just rip it to shreds?
Well, that will work. That will
And
work.
and after the news, I have a little photo exercise for everyone
Oh, good. All right. Let me get your
because
email.
it's not that many news items. So I thought we.
Okay.
Leo, are you potted all the way up on your
I
board?
am.
Okay.
Is that
Just
not
bring-
sufficient?
It's fine. I'll just bring Chris down.
Leo's
Nothing more I
feeble
could do.
voice can't
All
cut
good.
through.
Nothing more I could do to fix it. Tis
Just
what it
checking.
is.
All good.
You're so tiny.
I know. I'm going to make myself big in a moment. First, I have to get all of the pictures.
Yeah, Restream doesn't remember a lot of things.
No.
It like
Remembers
placement
nothing.
of participants.
Well-
Nah, what?
There's a little feature called participant placeholder that we're too
don't
lazy
use.
to. I have to like
Does
rebuild
this
all
work?
I don't
Does
know.
this require a higher tier? Because I'm on the basic tier. I'm on the basic paid tier, and I haven't
know.
seen that yet.
It's under
Maybe.
the plus. Like when you add a thing, it's right at the bottom.
Okay, I'll have to take another look. Oh, and they added a browser source. You can put widgets,
Yes,
browser widgets on it now.
Yep.
Oh.
Which
I
I'm not
should
sure how
probably
well that
learn how to
performs,
use this.
but but you can make your own ticker tapes and stuff. So
Oh, that's cool.
it's pretty cool, or
Yeah,
whatever
Anthony,
you want.
Sometime you're going to have to give me a tutorial and all this stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know how any of it works.
Well, yeah. I mean, since Ecamm had widgets, but Restream didn't, so I didn't want to like.
But it can
Put too
use
much
any
effort.
web-based widgets like all the Streamlabs or homemade
Yeah.
stuff, whatever you want.
I'm sure.
I think I haven't looked at how many, but it's kind of nice.
Okay. Turn that on. Put that here. That should be in the share.
Oh yeah, let me bring that up.
We're everywhere.
I don't think I don't. we had about a 2-month break. I don't think we have a single question.
People.
No,
Keep on trying.
It's the reminder thing. If you don't tell it every day, then it doesn't do anything. Let me see. Photo
Are we
time.
live?
Not a single question.
We are live.
Yay.
Yeah.
We do have the media club at the top of the hour,
Oh.
so we can't go too long.
Oh.
Cool. Good to know.
Oh. Okay.
Good to know.
I didn't. That's today, huh?
Yeah.
Shoot. It wasn't in my calendar, so I didn't. I have to making bagels, and exactly at 2:00, I have to shape them. So I'm gonna. I wanted to join it. Maybe I'll figure out.
Do
Actually,
it
when I'm
from
done
the
shaping, it
kitchen.
shouldn't take me that long. I will. Then I'll be able to join.
That's the problem with yeast. You can't just tell it
You
stop.
can't just no.
Wait for me.
You can't.
Well, you can put it in the fridge, but
timed it
that'll
perfectly because it has a 3-hour. So I mixed it at 11, so it has a 3-hour rise. So right after the end of this show, I have to go, and then I have to divide it into 12 and shape it and curve it and do. And then I can leave it out for another hour while it proofs, and then I put it in the fridge overnight. So it's.
You can do a combined media club.
I think I
baking
maybe
show.
can do both. Yeah. I might.
Just do it on your
I'll join a
phone.
little late. I'll join
Bring
a
us
little
along.
late. Should I bring
Media
you along?
club
I could do that.
baking. Put
I could do that.
put everyone on a tripod and have them watch.
It's
and
like
while
Micah's
you-
Crafting Corner, only I'm cooking. All right, I am prepared to do a show. If y'all are,
This is better.
Yep.
I would be ready.
hey everybody, time once again, and we took a month off, so it's definitely time once again for photo time with Chris Marquardt joining us from the Viewfinder Villa in beautiful downtown Germany. Hello, Chris Marquardt.
Hello, good to be back. I missed you.
We missed you, but it gave us an extra month to be playful, so that wasn't so bad.
Yeah. That's good.
Chris,
Yeah.
Chris is a very, very talented photographer. Joins us usually every month in the club to do two things. One, to give you a photo assignment. Well, actually, three things. So one, to review the previous month's photo assignments. Two, to give you a new photo assignment. And then three, we look at the news of the month. And four things, because then we answer your questions. Although none of you have any questions. So, but it's not too late. If you go to tfttf.com/PTQ, you can see that on the screen right now. You can ask questions before the end of the show. There's still an hour to do that. We only have an hour because in exactly 1 hour, it's Micah's Media Corner. What are we calling it? Micah's Media Club?
Media Club.
Because we have a book club, so it's Media Club. And we're going to, Micah's Media Club this month is, by your vote, The Fifth Element. So if you've seen that movie or you want to talk about that movie, stay tuned. But right now, let's talk photography. First of all, condolences on the loss of your papa. That's what kept us off the air for a month.
Yeah.
But I know that was a tough time for you. So we're glad you're.
Yeah, it's getting better.
Yeah.
On the way up
Good.
again,
Good.
for sure.
But now we have some exciting, playful pictures, and it's a perfect time of year to be playful. This is the waning days of spring, And this is 12 pictures people submitted, playful pictures. So you have picked 3 of them.
No.
No.
I picked 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them because we have a bit of catching up to do. And because it was 2 months and so many good submissions, I thought we'll do just a few more.
Yeah, there are some cute ones here. I really enjoy it.
There's some really good stuff this time. So Playful was the assignment, and I've picked 6. And the first one is by, let me check, by Mitch XX.
Mitch XX.
Let me see if there's any information.
We're at
a
the
little bit of
beach.
EXIF information. We're at the beach where there's a tent, there's surfboards, and someone's waving at the camera.
Maybe that's Mitch XX. I don't know.
Possibly. No, I guess Mitch probably took the picture.
He's behind the camera, huh? Yeah.
But what I really love about this picture, not just that it's playful, is the repetition of colors. I mean, look at the orange in the tent, the orange in the surfboards, the orange in the what are those life vests on the left?
Yeah.
And then you have the gray in the surfboards that is mirrored in the water and in the sky. And then there's this outlier, this pink bag on the ground, which kind of sticks out. And a friendly person, and the whole. I love it when it feels like there is something coordinated in this picture, and in this case, there is color coordination. Maybe on accident, maybe on purpose. I mean, these are the kind of things I look out for when I'm taking pictures.
These are I could tell because it says it on the tent. Stand-up paddle boards.
Yes.
So this is, I'm always a great admirer of people who can balance on top of a surfboard and then paddle along. And that's what these people are about to do. And obviously that guy's got a scooter, so he knows how to balance. I don't understand what the step stools are for. Maybe to get up on the surfboard side of the paddleboard. I don't know.
Idea. Or maybe to sit down and put your, I don't know, your neoprene clothes on.
Oh, that's
something.
Probably it. Yeah, to put on the
possibly.
wetsuits. Sure.
Anyway, Playful.
Very
Playful
nice.
for sure. Okay,
like
next one is by Ron Hikes 816, titled Central Park.
Well, there's always playful things going on in Central Park. That's for sure.
Not just that, but again, there's a color coordination thing going on because we see cherry blossoms.
Or are those magnolia blossoms?
Or magnolia. You're right. Those are magnolia. They
beautiful.
are pinkish, and then there's someone underneath
who's
walking
also pink.
in a pink shirt.
Very pretty.
So color coordination again, and I love the shapes the branches make.
Yeah.
It has something like a fairy tale kind of thing going on there. So cool, lovely, very playful. Love
There's
it.
A wonderful Werner Herzog movie called Perfect Days, and the protagonist in the movie, it seems his one and only hobby is taking pictures of tree branches.
Yeah,
and he has boxes and boxes of tree branch pictures. They are beautiful, and everyone's unique and different. So
yeah,
it's fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So third picture is by Jane McFarland, jumping from the boat in Turks and what's that?
Caicos.
Oh,
that is great. It looks like she's walking on water.
It's a forced perspective thing going on. Of course, she's jumping and she's right in the air, but at the same time, it looks like she's a giant walking on the horizon. I mean, that's just an optical
timing.
Illusion.
What a
Beautiful.
lovely photo.
Absolutely.
Well yeah.
So yeah, she's
timing
huge.
is everything, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I know photographers who will wait all day knowing within their mind's eye that at some point there's going to be something.
I mean, you can plan these things with like a celestial body, the sun or the moon. There's apps that can tell you when it's going to be somewhere, photographer's ephemeris or photo pills or something. But this you can't plan. You have to just...
Well done.
Spray and pray.
Now I'm curious. I'm going to look at the EXIF. Apple iPhone 17 Pro Max.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's pretty amazing.
It is pretty amazing. It is pretty amazing. So, and then RB19 has a delivery from Amazon.
That's fun. And look what he got.
a new cat delivered.
And this is another one where the
Prime.
colors harmonize.
There's color coordination. What again, even like the Prime sticker and the quilt in the back.
Yeah.
They have a match. The cat and the boxes, of course. So
that's a great shot. Wow.
I love this. And then, of course, hey, cats
so
and boxes. I mean, that's what you get.
Who doesn't love cats and boxes?
Exactly. So
Chris and I are both cat lovers.
Yeah, cats are awesome.
Yeah.
Cats are absolutely awesome. So, well done. Well done.
That's pretty funny.
The next one is by someone on this side of the screen.
Oh, it's a Marquardt original.
Absolutely. Because I was near the Baltic Sea on a vacation, and there's these rental scooters. You definitely have them too. And someone parked it there and hung a dandelion chain off of the handlebar. So
love it.
It was one of these unexpected little finds. And when I saw this, I thought to myself, hey, that's a Playful picture. I'll have to submit that.
Sometimes the picture submits itself.
in that case, absolutely has a bit of the charm of old European roads. That's an iPhone shot. Yeah,
another iPhone shot. It's the camera you have.
The color, the bright yellow from the dandelions are again. There's a bit of repetition in the bar.
Very playful on that. Yeah.
Of the scooter. So yeah,
that's
it. And then I came across another shot which I chose without seeing who submitted that.
You didn't see who submitted it. I want to insist that you never knew who submitted this.
It's this other guy here on the show. And that play.
You're actually playing a game.
Someone in play. They're playing a game with what's that? Softball? No, it's not. Baseball.
It's called a stickball in the United
Stickball.
States.
So
it's a very skinny little bat and what my dad used to call a Penzi Pinky ball. It's just a little rubber ball. And actually, the backstory of this is that's the Petaluma Fire Department. Those are firemen in the field there, and it was a little pickup game in the street in front of the fire department. So that was kind of fun.
Very cool. Very and I mean. Focus is where it needs to be. So even though the background is kind of busy, it's out of focus, so it just fits nicely. I love the light coming from behind. You can see this at the edge of the head, of the shirt, of the arm, of the bat. Gives you nice little a good and nice separation.
You're supposed to tear me apart, Chris.
No, it's a good photo. It's a good photo. Even the ball is where it's nicely distinguished from the background. It could as well have been in front of that black door, and then you wouldn't see it. So
I'll tell you, this was not easy because this was a shot with my very, very fast Noctilux.
Oh yeah, they're super fast.
And in order to get this, man, I mean, focus is so shallow.
Did you get a bit of a burst there, or is it a single shot?
No, because it's a rangefinder with no bursting.
That's photo economy. That is very economic what you did there. One shot and you nailed it.
1/4000th. Although I do have because it is so fast, and I like to shoot when I have a f/0.95.
Yeah,
I like to shoot it at 0.95 because why else? So that, of course, has to have a neutral density filter on it. Mm-hmm. I have a variable one, so I can turn it up and down. But this was bright sunlight, so even though I have it turned all the way up, I still had to shoot it at 1/4000th. But that's good because it froze the ball.
That's what you
froze
get.
The kid.
That's
Yep.
No, awesome job. So no.
I'm very proud of that.
Shred this to bits. It's good. It's good.
I have to practice with this Noctilux because it is not. First of all, it's a rangefinder camera. with a super fast lens. It
Yeah,
is very, very
the
hard.
Noct Deluxe, it's kind of in the name that's not necessarily a daytime lens.
No, I know.
It's
I
more a
know.
nocturnal lens, you know?
I know. But what I like is the super shallow depth of field that you get with 0.95.
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes, and the Leica bokeh is
Very pretty.
as creamy as it gets.
Yeah.
So that's one of the things you pay for with Leica lenses. Is that legendary bokeh, that legendary creamy out of focus background. Yep.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yes, I agree. Somebody likes the shadows on the kid. Those came out very crisp too. It's kind of nice.
Yeah,
pretty fortuitous. This was actually at a fair in Petaluma, and I walked all over. Actually, a parade. It was our Butter and Eggs Day. And,
that one. Okay,
yeah.
I remember you talking about this earlier. Yeah,
once a year. It's a big deal. Lots of people, and I walked all over trying to get the perfect picture. And I have to say, the first 20 I shot I had to throw out because I was still trying to figure out how to get that Noct Deluxe to actually work.
Mm-hmm.
They were either highly blurry or they were.
I mean, the thing with photography is there's several kinds of friction, and
I like
the creative friction that comes from the equipment is often a good thing because it forces you to try out, to experiment, to think outside the box. So,
and normally I'm not looking to find
did.
something for the assignment, because I don't want to compete with people. But when I took that, I said, well, I think that's playful.
It's not competing.
Like
you're
your
one of us, you know.
Anyway, thank you, all of you, for submitting.
Yes.
Great fun.
Cool.
Really, I can see why you had to pick 6.
Yeah, this is really good stuff. So maybe we should do it every other month from now on, just because of
give us some time.
Of the good pictures. No, we don't. No, we don't.
Well, you know what's next? We go to the bowl of fish. Actually, it's the bowl of adjectives.
The bowl of adjectives, and I will draw one from the depths of the bowl, and it is.
Yes. Coastal. Now, this is going to pose a problem for people who live inland.
No, this does not pose a problem. This is a creative challenge. This will get everyone who's not near a coast to either take a short vacation or to get thinking about how to do this. How could we, as opposed to oh no, that's too hard. That's the question. How could I make a coastal picture work without being near a coast?
Coastal.
Mm-hmm.
Or Costco. It could be Costco.
If you shuffle, if you make some permutations, there might be a Costco in there. Let's wait. No. Oh, hey, I'm pretty sure there's fish markets. There's,
coastal could be, you could be coasting. There's all sorts of things. That's the point. Is this is just a word. It's up to you.
That's where you start to work
what it
that
means.
noodle a bit. And
now here's how this is going to work. You will have 4 weeks to take pictures illustrating the idea, the concept, coastal, whatever that means to you. If you find one, as Chris and I did, that shouts coastal to you, here's what you do. And by the way, we want you to take new pictures. This is the whole point of this. Is not fame, fortune. It's not the glory that you're going to get. It is to get you out there taking pictures. So take some new ones. You can submit up to 1 per week. So you have a chance to submit up to 4 photos. What does that mean to submit it? Well, you upload it to flickr.com. It's a free photo sharing site that we very much love. And you'll have to create an account, but it is free, as I said. And then once you upload it, you can add tags to it. In this case, we want you to tag it with the assignment so we know that you're submitting it for the assignment. And the way that works is you tag it TG for Tech Guy, because that's the name of the group we're going to be in, and Coastal. So take your picture, tag it TG Coastal, and then there's one remaining step. You got to go to the Tech Guy group. Now, you'll know you're in the right place when you go to the Tech Guy group because there's a picture of me. And there are 9,000 people in the group. Many, many images. They used to show how many images. That's interesting that they don't. Oh, I see. I see. This is it. There you go.
There's
There
more
we
than
go.
9,000 followers.
14,000 members. That's how many followers I have. I'm sorry. Almost 8,000 photos. Let's make it 8,000 by the next show. 385 discussions. You will also see Nubui, who is somebody named Chris Marquardt, I think.
That's me.
Nubui, that's Chris's Flickr handle. We'll put the information about the next show there. And our moderator, the wonderful Renee Zimmerman, will... what is her... I just gave her the wrong name. Silverman. Renee Silverman, not Zimmerman.
It's
I
been
saw
2
Bob
months.
Dylan
Okay.
last week, and that's
you can
why
excuse that.
Yeah, Renee Silverman will welcome you to the group, and she will accept your photo. You see all these great pictures. We have so many good images here. I love these. And by the way, you're all winners. They're all great. Submit those photos with TG Playful. So once you upload it to Flickr, you can submit it to a group. You want to submit it to the Tech Guy group. You have to be a member, I think. So join the group as well. And we will take a look at all of the submissions next month.
And you can submit one per week.
Yeah, so up to four brand new photos. They must be taken from this date forward. All right. Okay. Now, the news.
The news. Yeah, it was tough to look through the last 2 months and find new. Well, it wasn't tough to find new things. It was just tough to decide what is important. Let's start with something that I think is the most important one of all of them. Canon has finally fixed their dust caps. Finally.
I didn't know there was something wrong with them.
Anyone who owns a Canon mirrorless camera with an RF mount, the dust cap that goes on the back of the lens used to only go on in one specific position. You remember the old EF lenses?
Yeah.
Where you could put that thing on in 3 different spots, like you just had to wiggle it a bit and it was on.
Yeah.
With the RF mount, you had to turn it exactly. There was a marker. Just super annoying, really one of the most annoying things I've ever seen, because they had that solved before. They had a good solution before, and someone didn't get the memo, and so they have now changed the design of their dust caps. You can buy new ones. I think they're $8 or $9.
So this is not the lens cap. This is the thing in the back.
It's the dust cap. It's in the back of the lens.
So when you take off the lens.
Yes, and again, this was one of the most annoying things of that new system, and now it's fixed.
That's hysterical.
That's
so funny.
That's good news. That's very good news. That is.
And if you're going to buy it, go to Petapixel, because they probably get a little bit of money off of it if you buy it there.
Probably.
So,
probably.
Use their affiliate link. Yeah, because we love
just
Petapixel.
This was really the biggest head shaker ever. Why on earth did they make this worse?
That's hysterical.
That's probably the new guy or something. But hey,
the new guy. Hey, new guy. He thought, I just always want the Canon logo to be upright.
I guess that might have been a reason. We might never find out. Maybe in a documentary in 10 years.
Yeah, right. Exactly.
All right. First piece of real news. Apple has made announcements around macOS 27, iOS 27, and so on their WWDC. And I just picked 3 things, or 4 things actually, from the photography-related lineup. And the first is new tools in the Photos app have been announced. I have not installed any of the betas. You might have, probably, I guess.
Not I. No, we do.
No,
have
you haven't. Okay.
No, I did. I stay away from developer betas, especially the first one, because they're often
first one
crashy.
Yeah, it's true.
I will almost, because I really want to try the new Siri, so I will almost undoubtedly install the first public beta in July.
Yeah, me
which is
probably
not so far
too.
off. Yeah.
Anyway, so the Photos app is getting 3 new tools. First of all, the cleanup tool gets an improvement. The cleanup tool where you can take smudges off the picture.
Or take people out of the picture.
Well, it used to be more like a smudge removal thing because it needs to fill in what was behind the smudge. And it was okay. It was decent, but not perfect. That gets a big upgrade. Apparently, you can now take entire people out, and the background gets just filled in. And
kind of like Google's been doing for the last few years.
It's nothing new, but it's good that they are also getting that into the Photos app, making it better. So yeah, cool, nice. Second tool they're adding is an extend tool, which means you can just extend the picture on all sides up to 25%. As like if you framed it weird, or you need to make a different crop and we don't have enough stuff on the picture. 25%.
This is what the other tools call outfill. Adobe
outfill.
Outfill. Yeah.
AI has been like Stable Diffusion and all the tools have done this for 3-4 years now. So it's again nothing new. But hey, good that it's there. It's like, like if you rotate a picture and then you lose too much from the sky and you can just fill it in. I would expect that to work decently well. The third feature had a very interesting demo, it looked good, and they called it spatial reframing. So imagine you take a picture and you come home and you realize, oh, there is a tree branch growing out of someone's head and it looks weird. I wish I would have stood more to the left. This tool, they claim, can do that. So they do an analysis of the depth analysis of the picture, pretty much what they do with making a picture spatial. So they make that picture into like a 3D representation, and then they let you rotate things so that you can after the fact change your own position from where you took the picture. And the demo looked decent.
It's interesting for sure.
It is it's a technology demo that's very interesting.
Yeah.
I just have a few questions. The first one is I've heard people who tried it that it looks very synthetic.
Yeah.
So the quality, at least in this early version, doesn't seem to be there. And the second one, and I think that's a valid argument. How many non-photographers do you know who don't care about these kind of things? I mean, do people crop their photos? Non-photographers? No, they don't.
No, they put the person smack dab in the middle, and that's that.
Do they wipe their smartphone lenses before they take a picture?
Never.
No, they don't.
Which is why Google, at least, and I think Apple started doing this from time to time, will say your lens is smooched. You need to clean it.
So I have my doubts that this is gonna get a lot of use. It's a cool tech demo for sure. And maybe the availability of the tool will also teach people that is something they might want to look into. I just don't think they will.
Yeah.
Most people won't, and if it doesn't look that good, then most photographers will also. Maybe it's a teaching tool, as in you see
better.
How bad it looks, and that makes you compose your pictures better from then on.
Yeah.
So you don't have to use it. Maybe, I don't know. It's interesting.
It really works best if you're using the burst mode, because it doesn't have information about what's behind that thing, or if you change perspective, what's going on back there. So if you have burst mode, it will use the other photos in your burst mode.
Okay.
Yeah, or actually Christina Warren showed us, and she said she was doing the live photo, which also takes multiple photos.
Okay.
And so, because I asked her, I said, well, that's interesting. You reframed the photo and there's stuff that was hidden that is now visible. How do it know? And she said, well, it's a live photo, and it captured the stuff behind the railing.
it's good to know that it takes that additional information into account, and
it did make up some things. A person.
That is exactly what happens with just filling things in. That's what the diffusion models do. And anyway, it's interesting.
Yeah.
Find the hidden person behind your subject. Make that into a game of sorts.
It's my general reaction to this was Google's been doing it better in all these cases for a while. Well, I don't know about the new perspective reframing thing. I've never seen that before, but Google and Adobe and others are doing all those other things. And B, as is often the case, Samsung always is announcing weird new photo capabilities in their phones. You use it, at least my experience was, you use it a few times. Oh, that's interesting. And then you never use it again.
How much, what do you think? How much Nano Banana is in there?
That's a good question, because they did really upgrade the image playground. Google? Yeah. They're definitely, they say it's not Nano Banana. It's not Gemini.
Of course they say that.
It's our models with a little help from Google. It's really unclear what they're doing, but I have to say, looking at Image Playground, which is up to now been terrible. I mean, just stuff you would never want to use. The new Image Playground looks just like Nano Banana. It's very good in creating images. So I have to think, there
must be some of that.
There's some Nano Banana in there. You can't train a model with Nano Banana and get that kind of quality. You have to actually use Nano Banana. So I think it's unclear, but I think some of the Google models have been white labeled for Apple's use so that Apple can say it's ours. That's just my guess. Apple's not saying.
And the one thing that came out a bit later is an under the hood change, which is Apple RAW 9.
I didn't know there were 8 others.
Yeah. This was the first time I saw a chart of like the timelines from when to when it was Apple RAW 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
This is a RAW format from Apple?
It's not. It's their processing. It's what they do, what the system does. So if a RAW photo comes in to the whole pipeline, there are lots of steps it has to go through.
You have to process it. It's not.
There's denoising. There's demosaicing. There's a whole lot of massaging going on to make that into a photo, and that pipeline has been updated every now and then, and the last time it was updated to RAW 8 was about 10 years ago, and since then they haven't really touched it. So, which means also they have fallen back behind in quality. RAW processing, Apple's RAW processing, others have become better in terms of image quality, and they have now updated, or they will update with the 27 versions to RAW 9, which makes it better, which makes the processing better. It's one better. It goes to 11. So they have better noise reduction, more detail, restructure, there's a lot of AI and stuff in there for sure. So I'm not sure. I mean, the examples they showed in one of their sessions looked very impressive, like very noisy pictures.
For a long
lots
time,
of detail recovered.
People would have an opinion whether Apple Camera Raw or Adobe Camera Raw was the best.
Yeah.
There are other RAW processors, but Adobe's probably the best known.
It's the one
Apple
I
Camera
use.
Raw probably hasn't been updated since they killed Aperture, because that's...
Well, for 10 years. It hasn't been updated for about 10 years. That's what they said.
Yeah. And then I guess there's other RAW processors. We've talked about, last time we talked about Photo Mechanic. I think it has its own RAW processor.
Yeah, possibly.
The thing people need to understand is that a raw image straight out of the camera doesn't look like the picture at all.
No.
In fact, I don't even think it has color.
Not really.
It's weird looking.
So the sensor. Well, let's start with this. Let's do this. Let's start with the sensor. The sensor is a grid of photosensitive pixels.
Right.
And there is what's called a Bayer array on top of it. Some Mr. Bayer from Kodak, I think, invented that. And what they do is it's a red, green, blue grid. So some of the pixels see the light that comes into the blue filter, some of the pixels see light that comes into the yellow, to the red filters and to the green filters. So you have 3 black and white photos pretty much, and then that needs to be processed into the full picture. And that's part of what the pipeline does. But then all these color channels have different noise levels. That needs to be processed separately. And different cameras have different geometries in those pixels. So the Bayer array, and then there's other configurations. So there's a lot of know-how that goes into that, and the whole processing chains have become better with almost all raw processors. Just Apple was kind of standing still there. So
when you shoot with a camera that does RAW, actually, I guess all cameras start with RAW.
Most of them do.
Yeah. But many of them will make a JPEG for the thumbnail anyway, so that there's something you can see. Because if you do pixel peeping on the back, you wouldn't want to see the raw picture. You want to see something like a picture.
You want something that's developed. That's what they call it.
So all cameras have that capability to create JPEGs. And frequently, when you upload your photos from your fancy camera to Apple Photos or somewhere else, Apple will just display the JPEG, because it's a sidecar.
Because it's faster.
It's fast. It's what comes along with it. But generally, it's not as good, and it's not as editable as the original RAW. So what you kind of want to do, the problem is it requires post-processing, and every time is take that image, run it through something like Photo Mechanic or Adobe's Bridge or Apple's.
Or have it automatically taken care of by whatever you chose as a filter in Apple Photos. So, but the promise is with Apple RAW 9 coming in the 27 OSs, noise will be better, detail will be better. And
does this mean the JPEGs will be better?
Yes.
Okay.
And it works for old pictures. It works like for your entire catalog. It also works for third-party pictures. So if you have your Canon RAWs or your Nikon RAWs, those will be also processed through Apple RAW and be better. I had this experience years ago. You remember when panorama stitching became a thing, and you could throw in 4 or 5 pictures and it would combine them into panorama? I had a picture of a room that never stitched in the early days, but I didn't throw away the raw picture, the source pictures. And then 10 years later, I threw them in the then more modern panorama stitcher, and it did it without a hitch. It just went through. So I was so glad I didn't throw away my old pictures. That might be a similar situation where you have old pictures that are like very noisy and don't look good, and you throw them in there and they come out nicely polished.
So on my Leica with 2 memory cards, and this is probably true of a lot of cameras, I store the JPEGs on one and the RAWs on the other. And the reason is I don't want Apple Photos or some other program to, without letting me know, just take the JPEGs. I want to make sure that when I use Apple Photos to copy my photos, I want to make sure it's getting just the RAWs. If it wants to make a JPEG sidecar, that's fine. And in fact, this would argue for that, because it's going to do a better job probably than the camera, right?
It will probably do a better job, yes.
Maybe not. Leicas are probably pretty good, but they don't have the processors. They don't have the, as
maybe
much
the
memory.
Leica JPEGs are better because Leica did the processing on them.
Maybe.
And they know
They
their
certainly
RAWs
know.
very well.
Yeah,
so
they know what they're
possibly you're possibly going not the
Well, you know what I actually do
way.
most of the time? So sometimes I can just pop the SD card, copy from there. Now I'm just getting the RAWs. But when the Leica Photos app asks me, because that's the other time I do it is wirelessly with the Photos app, I will always say RAW plus JPEG, so that I have 2 images. It's kind of annoying, but I have 2 images in Apple. And Apple Photos has gotten pretty smart about combining them and saying, oh, here's an image, but you have both a RAW. And so that sounds like that was the smart thing to do, is as long as you can, keep the RAW, as long as you have the storage, because it'll get better. Software always gets better.
Yeah. That might be one of those cases. So I'm looking forward to looking at a few old pictures and go, ooh, didn't see that.
I hope I have the old, when I was shooting Canon and I was shooting Sony, I hope I saved all those RAWs. I think I did. It's funny, Flickr doesn't keep the RAW, I don't think. I don't think SmugMug does. You can pay them to, but they don't give you storage for RAWs because they're so big. And so most online services, I think, just keep the JPEGs. So find out.
Oh, well.
It's worth finding out.
We will find out.
Yeah.
We will find out.
Yeah. What else?
All right. Next item is a tool that I ran across that I haven't really tried it yet, but I've seen people use it. Have you ever had an old scanner that fell out of support?
Yes.
Like you have that USB, plug it in, but
Right.
there's no driver anymore because your
Right.
operating system is too modern.
Right.
Scanner makers are notorious for not updating their drivers after a while. So what do? Well, you could get an app like ViewScan, which supports
that's been around
I don't know,
forever.
800 scanners, but that's
Yeah.
tough to use. There's kind of it's a bit,
That's what I
it's a
used to
bit
recommend
nerdy.
on the radio show because
It's awesome, but it requires you to know a lot about scanning. Or you go to yeswescan.app, yes-we-scan.app. So what does that do? It's
it's a web app.
it's more than that. It's really interesting. You need to run this in a Chromium-based browser.
There's a
and
technology called Web USB. I've
There's
used it
Web
to
USB?
update my Pixel. You can actually connect to devices from the browser.
You can connect those old scanners, but what it does in the browser, now comes the crazy thing. It runs a virtual machine in the browser.
What?
That runs a Linux operating system, and
What?
that runs Sane. That's an open source scanner access
this is brilliant.
software. So it runs an entire computer inside the browser on your computer that runs Sane. Sane, short for Scanner Access Now Easy, and that supports a ton of scanners, old stuff. It's open source, but you don't have the hassle. You don't have to install a Linux. You don't have to install and fiddle with ports and drivers and stuff. No, you run this in your browser, and it does all that for you inside of the browser. Is that wild?
This is brilliant. This is a reason
This
to
is
keep Chrome
amazing.
around. By the way, works on Mac, Windows, Chromebook, Android,
and on Linux, everywhere.
And on Linux. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if Linux is funny because if you have Sane already installed, you have to stop it. And then you can run
Exactly.
this. It'll conflict.
But
This
yeah,
is great.
I don't know what functionality will exactly be surfaced by Sane. I guess it depends on what the support is in Sane for that specific browser scanner. But hey, it's worth a shot. It doesn't cost you anything.
Wow.
It's open
Yeah.
source, and I have 3 scanners that I can't use anymore.
Yeah.
I need to run those through.
I'm going to steal this from you for
that.
Mac Break Weekly. This is really
Go ahead and do that.
I'll give you
Absolutely.
credit, but this is a really good tool to
But
have.
try it first. Maybe it's crap. I haven't really tried it myself. I only heard people use it and like it, but I haven't really tested it thoroughly.
Well,
but
I've
I
gotten rid
thought,
of all those old scanners because they wouldn't work
That's your
anymore.
problem, right?
Well.
On the bottom of that page, I think there's a link to printervention.app, which does the same thing for printers.
Oh, same
Again,
idea.
I have not
Probably
tried that.
launches cups.
I have
Wow.
not tried this. I think it does something
Yeah,
very
it launches
similar.
cups and Gutenprint. Wow. So it does another little, this is going to spawn a whole bunch of different little tools. You can do spawn a little Linux virtual
Yes.
machine. You can run that. That's cool.
I mean, just the thought of having an actual virtual machine running inside your web browser. I mean, Chromium is an operating system. Let's face it; it's more than just a web
It
browser.
just shows you how much Chromium does.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And you do need Chromium to do this because Firefox will not.
Yes.
Wow. That's wild. Printervention.
Right.
And yes, we scan. Yes-we-scan.app. Wow.
Yeah. So, one more thing. Now, this is the nerd corner. I want to talk about something that really made me go wow. So there's a YouTuber, calls himself Alpha Phoenix. He's a programmer. He's an electronics guy. He built a camera in his garage that runs 2 billion frames per second and shows you the
What? Wait a minute,
the
2
propagation
billion?
of light. 2 billion with a B in his garage that can show you how light propagates through a room. He has a setup with a laser that bounces back and forth between mirrors, and you can see that light go through his garage. So here's the thing.
Talk about super slow-mo. Holy cow.
From a technology point of view, the camera really does 2 billion frames per second, but only on 1 pixel.
Oh.
That's the problem. But what he does is, just imagine you fire that thing, you capture it with 2 billion frames per second, and then you fire it again and again and again. And if the timing is right, you capture that entire motion for that 1 pixel.
Sure.
Now he has a mirror that scans that camera view across like a virtual screen. So it pretty much builds that video from single pixels and a movable mirror, and the result is a 720p HD video of that laser bouncing between
of light
mirrors.
Moving.
It's so crazy, and especially that he built that in his garage with an oscilloscope and a light amplification tube and I don't even know, 200 feet of coax cable to delay some signals so the timing is right. It's just
crazy.
It is crazy. It's like half of it is over my head, but I find this cool. That's the kind of stuff that I really like.
I'll throw in one more story that's cool and very sci-fi. You know Midjourney, right?
Yes. Then their new announcement?
Their new announcement.
Mm-hmm.
So Midjourney is a very good image generation tool. We like it. We've used it for a long time. I mean, I think Nano Banana has kind of eclipsed it, which is probably what sent Midjourney out looking for something else to do. And they have now launched a medical division. What? Well, it turns out AI imaging can also be used for other things. In this case, it's an ultrasound. They have built one. They want to license these to people all over the country so that you would have this. It's the equivalent of an MRI, but instead of being magnetic resonance, it's ultrasound. So this woman's being submersed in a tank of water, and but now remember, Midjourney is an AI company. So what they're going to do is create a image of her, just like an MRI image of her using sound. So it's actually in some ways safer. If you had a pacemaker, you wouldn't have to worry about the magnetics, field being created around you. And it looks pretty good. I mean, this is their video, so I don't know. They've got the first one built in San Francisco. And they hope to sell a bunch of these to the same kinds of clinics that do, MRI, like Prenovo, that do MRI.
I've looked a bit into it.
What do you think? Crazy?
A bit overhyped, I think. The technology is there. The reconstruction from scattered ultrasound into a picture is possible. That's already being done. But the resolution isn't nearly as good as they claim. It's not an MRI. It's more, at this point, I think more like body composition and rough organ shapes. So the sub-millimeter resolution that they claim is something that they say should be there in 2031. But if you look at the medical the processes to get something like this approved, not that fast, I think. Yeah. But it's plausible that this will work in some capacity.
It's interesting because
it's a question how good it is. Like ultrasound doesn't do well with air, so your lungs, you can't look into those with ultrasound.
Right. That's obviously why she submitted
bones scatter ultrasound. So Takes a lot of processing. I mean, the thing that their AI does well is tickle out information from diffuse clouds of noise, right? So, and that's what they were looking at here. So it is plausible that it works. I'm not sure the speed of progress is going to be as fast as they claim it is.
You
but
can see
cool.
why they're working on it, because of course their chief selling point has been kind of eclipsed by the frontier companies like Google.
Yes.
And so they've got to find something else to do with their AI technology, and that's their plan. I just thought I'd throw that one.
Oh,
since you did a nerd corner, I'll do a nerd corner.
Totally cool. When I saw this yesterday, I had the exact same reaction. I was like, awesome. Right. It's very plausible. And then I looked into it and it's like, okay, wait, probably.
Not surprised that they're
a bit too positive. But of course, hey, they want to sell this, of course.
Right.
It's cool. It's cool. And they need data. So they need this to be in use.
Right.
So they need people to use it. And even if it's just a 60-second body composition, how much fat, how much lean tissue do I have, kind of thing, that would still be kind of cool. So I guess they're trying to get that
scan isn't quite so accurate, I imagine.
Right. I think they're trying to get this flywheel going with data collection and so on.
Yeah, that's what you need in all of these machine learning situations where the data is fuzzy. Yes. The AI can learn to make concrete things out of the fuzzy data, but it needs lots of training.
Yes.
And so we're going to have to submerge you all into liquids.
Hey, if they make, in the video, they make this look like a really nice spa experience with warm water and...
You know, there are reasons. I mean, the MRI, if you've ever had an MRI, is kind of scary.
If you're claustrophobic, that's not for you. No,
it's a tight little tube. If you're overweight, they have to have special tubes for overweight people. And it's what I didn't know is it's noisy as heck. There's lots of big banging sounds, so it's kind of scary.
It's rhythmic. It's almost musical in a way, in a very loud way, more like heavy metal. But
we did, Lisa and I did the pre-nouveau, which is kind of voluntary. You pay a lot of money and they'll do an MRI scan for you. Doctors hate these, by the way, because they say they find things. Everybody has something wrong with them. There's no normal person, and they find things. And then the problem is once you find it, you kind of got to pursue it, even if it's not a problem. Doctors say we'd really rather wait till you had a symptom, and then we can pursue it. Sometimes learning things is not a good. It's not a good thing, and you end up doing unnecessary, sometimes even dangerous procedures. So there's that.
We have no questions, but I have one last thing that I want to show you.
Yes.
I'm currently in the process of finishing up my latest book.
Oh, good. What's that on?
It's about what happens before you take a picture.
Oh, in your noggin.
Yes. It's about creativity. It's about
pre-visualization.
It's also about condensing down your images, because you have a lot of images, but bringing them together and taking out the ones that don't tell the story, that don't help, is a really important and good exercise, right? So a photo album or something that only contains the important ones, the good ones, the ones that help tell the story, is a good thing. And here's a tool that will help you. Do you know what a zine is?
I do, from back in the old days where you had a mimeograph machine and cut scissors and you
exactly
paste it.
Zines have this rebellious counterculture kind of background. It's publishing something that doesn't see any gatekeepers, no publisher,
it's
no
the web
galleries,
before
no
we
nothing.
had the internet. It was
imagine you could easily make a little photo zine
of your own.
You might have a laser printer at home, or an inkjet, or you might have a copy shop in town, or a library where you can go print something. All you need to do is, there's a website.
Okay.
It's called dirtylittlezine.com. And what it is it helps you prepare a PDF of an 8-page zine. So if you put me on the screen for a second, what you'll end up with, that tool is free. You can use it. You throw your images in, and then what you do is it arranges them for you in a specific order, and that's your zine. So what you do is you fold it once, you fold it twice, you fold it again. So that makes 8 little rectangles. Doesn't matter if it's A4 or US letter or whatever format, it doesn't matter. So you have this, and then you fold it over and you make one cut.
Okay.
So
and it tells you where to cut it. Okay.
It tells you where to cut it.
Right in the middle. All right.
And now if you fold this over and you squeeze that cut part out, you end up with
a zine.
A little zine. 8 pages. 1 front page, 2, 3. I'm using a spread here. 4, 5.
I'm going to do this.
6, 7, 8. You can put a QR code on there. You can put a title on there. And then, of course, you have, like, if it's only folded, you have like these double pages that have the back of the page looking through. If you want to make this a bit more polished, you'll take a glue stick and glue it together. Yeah. Cut the corners, and then you end up with something that is a proper little booklet.
Oh, I love this. You've made a little 8-page
photography, and it forced you to think about what 8 pictures work well together.
Oh, I like that.
Because you don't want to just jumble your photos in there. No, you want a little zine with a story.
It's this dirty little zine. Look, you've apparently gone all in on the zines. Holy camole.
The thing is, it teaches you to make choices. It teaches you to narrow things down.
Yeah.
And I have it down to a T. Takes me with the printing, the folding, the gluing, and everything. Takes me 3 minutes to make one of these.
Oh, I love that.
It's so amazing.
What a good idea.
The other thing it does is it doesn't just teach you to boil down your collection into groups that work together. It also gets photography from behind the glass. You know, we have photography either on our phones, our iPads, our picture frames, and that makes you touch it. It gives it into people's hands, which makes it much less precious. These things make awesome gifts because they're very personal. You can swap them. You can give them away.
Now, you have obviously a good grayscale printer and a good color printer. What are your printers for
it's just a color. It's a Canon color laser printer. It's not a special photo printer, and I'd rather use that. It's not perfect. If you look at the grading, it's okay at that size. It wouldn't be okay at a full page picture. It is decent. I've seen better photo prints, but again, it takes that preciousness out of the photography. It makes it accessible. It makes it something that you can just leave on a table and people will play with it and look at the photos and browse. It's a browsing thing.
The tool is dirtylittlezine.com.
Yes. It's drag and drop. You throw in your pictures. You can change the font.
I love this idea.
Go play with it.
Now, I only have a monochrome laser printer, so maybe I'll do a 1-bit zine.
That is fine. You can also put other stuff. It doesn't have to be photos, of course. You can put your little, I don't know, shopping list in there or something.
I guess Scary Omen in our YouTube chat says, zine's a great present to my customers after a shoot. He's a photographer, I guess.
It's totally, absolutely right. Yeah. I've also looked deeper into this. I'm now making even smaller ones, but with 16 pages. So
now, was the one that you just showed us A5 or A4?
That's an A4. That's like US letter. So
yeah, and there you can choose from A5, A4, and US letter on their website.
Yeah.
So.
The thing is, if you don't have a printer at home, libraries have printers. Prepare five zines as PDFs, bring them to a library or a copy shop or something, and
copy shop
just
could do it. Yeah,
they absolutely can do that.
Yeah.
And take them home and play with it. It's a format it's playful. It's playful. It's like the assignment
Very
we had.
cool.
It's very playful.
I'm going to do this. I can't wait.
Wonderful.
Micah, who is getting ready, because in 1 minute we're going to do Micah's media.
I'm done.
Club. He said, my friend made me a couple of these for Christmas. So that's really cool. I love this. Chris Marquardt is at discoverthetopfloor.com. That's where his workshops are. Are you going to do the stuff for Christmas again this year? You do the...
I'm still debating. I've a lot of other things going on right now, including the book and so on. Yeah. So it's
discoverthetopfloor.com is where we'll all
decided
emerge.
Yet. Yes.
And of course, our new assignment is Coastal. So you have 4 weeks to find out when we're going to do this. If you're in the club, of course, you could check the schedule, the calendar, but you can also go to Flickr, and the Tech Guy group will have the next event as soon as we figure out a date for that. And we will get together.
We'll put it on the Flickr page.
We'll put it on the Flickr page, says Nubui. Thank you, Chris Marquardt. Great to see you. Auf Wiedersehen, my friend. Thank you to all the club members who make this show possible. And now, without further ado, I am going to leave the stage because it's time for Micah's Media Club. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, everybody. Anthony, should we stay here or?
We're going to stay here. Yeah.
Okay. So I will.
But I will, for everyone else, the stream's going to come down and it'll come back up.
It will come down.
Yeah. But for you, Leo, it's the same.
Okay.
Room.
Okay. So the stream, we're going to redo the stream. Condolences from James Page, Chris, and others. He says, digging the show. Usually a Security Now tech listener only. This is a welcome break after a long week. Yeah, I love to do this. We do this every month. So we'll do more of this. Thank you, B. Jones, Scary Omen, all the club members. We'll be back next month. It's a good reason to join the club. All these special events are all paid for by club members because there's no advertising. Thank you, Chris. Take care. twit.tv/clubtwit. And now, without further ado, in moments, you will be asked to refresh your feed. Because Micah Sargent, well, look at that. He's already here.
Multipass. Multipass.
Multipass. He's doing his Jojovich. Yeah.
Jojo Siwa.
Jojo Ho-Hovitz.
That's her. Lilo Dallas.
All right. Thank you, Chris. Take care.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye, Chris.
And the rest of you, stay tuned. It's time, multipass time.
Multipass time.
All right. I'm going to end